fire.
Oh, tonight we're talking about The Flash.
Season 7, Episode 10, Family Matters Part
1. It was a good episode.
It was.
It wasn't horrible.
No. It was better than Legends.
Yes. Tenfold. But I do think they've had vastly better episodes.
Oh, they have. But if you're comparing it to Legends, it was far better than Legends.
It was far better.
This past week.
Beyond far better. I'm
just pissed at Nora.
Yeah. You know, she showed up, like, girl, did you notice when she showed up at the end, she was all, like, wearing black? Like, she's freaking going through her goth teenage years.
Yep. Where's the My Chemical Romance and the Good Charlotte?
Full on went emo.
Take me back to my high school days with your emo goth look.
And she's all standing there going, wake me up when September ends.
Or the Killers, or whatever, the crap, you know. I didn't really listen to it.
Because, you know, she runs a lonely road, the only road
oh my god! Stop!
She don't know where it goes, but it's only her, she runs alone.
He was a skater boy, she said see you later boy.
He wasn't fast enough for her. Because he was too slow.
I get it.
Because she's with the slow guy.
Anyway. I legit thought that she had killed them at first, but she just took their powers.
Yeah. Because, I mean...
Well, she was going around acting like she was gonna kill them, so that's why I
yeah,
that.
But, like, I would, like, at first I thought that, but then it showed her hitting Iris, too.
Mm-hmm.
With the same thing. And you can't kill Iris, or you wouldn't have a show.
Right.
I mean, Barry, it would be the whole storyline of Savitar all over again. Barry's just done. Like...
It would be legit Veronica Mars, and I would never watch the show again.
Yeah. It'd be the male version.
And I'd probably lose faith in all the TV shows that I watch from then forward.
Right. But I don't think this writer would ever do something like that.
Well, yeah.
Especially because he's such a talented
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You play me like that, and you are dead to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I hate to say that about a TV show and do that to a TV show, but I'm not gonna tolerate it.
Mm-mm.
I shouldn't have to. Not when I invest my time in something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Totally agree.
I mean, I might not have seen it when it was actually on, but I watched it like afterwards, and I really liked it. And you know, the movie was good. I would have been fine with them just doing that. They didn't need to do another season, like a revived season of it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. So yeah. She just basically stole the force that was within them.
So Iris doesn't have her powers now.
Yeah. She stole the mommy aspect from mommy.
So are they going to still address the stuff with Iris in the Mirrorverse? Because we were told that they were going to focus on that.
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, we were also told that before COVID, right?
They said going forward in, like, the episodes that we're going to finish off season 6 and then continuing into season 7, that it was going to be a focus.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that happened in the finale of 6.
Right.
where she was brought out of the narrator.
Right. I don't know why it feels like that bit happened last.
Well,
last
technically
season.
it did happen last season, but it aired this year.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It already seems like these seasons are vastly different, and
It
there's
does.
no connection.
I mean,
But there was.
I don't mind this storyline that they're doing right now. I just was expecting something different.
Mm-hmm.
And so, for me, I'm kind of impatient where I'm all, well, what about the other stuff that we were going to do?
Yeah, I think that I think that that's a lot of the reason why she latched onto Nora so tightly when Nora first showed up, is because she's always been that
mother figure,
right? And so
she's always been very maternal.
Mm-hmm. So she couldn't focus on herself, because when she did, she went to a place that's scary.
Yeah, and I mean, she always has been that type of a person who doesn't focus a lot on herself, and who's always very, focused on other people.
Right.
And so, yeah, I understand
she's
that.
trying to deal with it, I think.
I understand.
But, I think that's why she latched so closely onto Nora, and it's just yeah, no, let me show you around the house, let's do this, oh my gosh.
I mean, hopefully once they get this all fixed and figured out, then it can go back to her dealing with that.
Yeah. But I think it'll be shown that this, through all this, it's been her dealing.
Yeah.
And, I mean, on top of it all, she became a mom. She has to deal with all of that now.
Yeah.
And then a couple episodes from now,
is
her
this
actual
storyline that's in
Mhm.
the comics?
Yeah.
With the 4 forces?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember I talked about that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a video, I could send it to you if you want. But just I think it's just all building up and building up, and she's gonna have a breaking point. And I think it might happen at some point when Bart shows up. She's fuck, now we have twins.
I think I think that was supposed to be episode 15. So we have about 5 more episodes before that.
So I think it's just building up, and once it hits a certain point, she's just gonna just let it all out.
Because it's just gonna be so many things at once.
She's gonna let it all out. Because these are the things I can do. Come on.
I'm talking to you. Come on. Shout. Let it all out.
I don't know why this became a musical review. Because Nora went emo. It's all her fault.
The only reason I knew some of that music was because I had other friends that listened to it. I didn't actually listen to it on my own.
I didn't back then either.
I mean, later on I heard some more of it, but I never was really a My Chemical Romance fan.
No.
Oh, I liked Green Day a little bit.
My brother was obsessed with Green Day, so I heard it a lot.
I liked some of their stuff. I knew a few Killer songs. I knew that Hinder song because we all were into that song. Drops of Jupiter, of course, and Train.
Oh my gosh, Drops of Jupiter.
But that came out when we were 10.
I know.
But I would hear it on the radio all the time.
Right?
I would hear that, and I would hear Calling All Angels, which is the other one by Train that, they played all the time. And so I thought that those were, more modern because I would hear them all the time on the radio, but they were actually, older.
Right.
And, I mean, I think I heard them when I was, in middle school, so that was, a couple years after they'd come out. But, I don't know. It's just, all those for me are just very nostalgic. So, especially Avril Lavigne too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And Fall Out Boy, and all of that. I mean, I know that they've done more current stuff, but
Trying
like,
to revive.
but like, there was so much Fall Out Boy music on One Tree Hill. Like, they actually had the band play on the show one time, and one of the freaking band members was dating Peyton. Like, they were literally on the show. So they highlighted a lot of people that were musicians on that show. Music was a big part of that show, and so that's how I learned about, like, I mean, I knew some of those songs from high school and middle school and stuff, but like, that's how I learned about a lot more music, was because of it. And so yeah,
I would just hear the song, you know, like, it'd be playing on the bus radio or something.
Oh yeah,
and then like I go
freaking Call Me When You're Sober would play on the radio on the bus. Oh my god.
I go home and like re-listen to the songs that I really like.
Yeah, and then like
on
Bring
YouTube,
Me to
and then I
Life.
get and then I get, you know, the recommendations, and then I went down the rabbit hole of all these older songs that I should have known.
Yeah,
that
like,
I didn't.
Bring Me to Life, My Immortal, Call Me When You're Sober, like all of it.
Yeah. So that's generally how I got all those songs.
Well, because you didn't really listen to a lot of that until
No,
later.
I didn't really listen to a lot of that sort of music until after I graduated.
I heard it just because I was either from the radio or because I was around people that liked it, or from a show or a movie.
Yeah.
Because I was mostly listening to old stuff.
I was mostly listening like Christian
because like
Kayla.
I liked a lot of the music my parents liked, and so I would listen to that. But I also liked some of the current stuff. It just depended on what it was.
Yeah, I was more listening to Cat Country and Kayla. So
I mean,
is
Country and Christian, NSYNC, Kelly, Christina, some Britney Spears.
I only knew that because everybody knew that.
Yeah.
And she had some songs on Disney Channel. So, like, I see the...
Jesse McCartney.
Yes, Aaron Carter.
I didn't really like Aaron Carter.
I didn't either, but I loved his, like...
Nick Carter's in Backstreet Boys, though.
Yes, I was obsessed. I don't know why. I was like, oh my gosh, Nick is amazing. But I never listened to Backstreet Boys.
Clearly the better band.
I don't have an opinion.
I like both.
I
just
do,
a
too.
little bit more of a Backstreet Boys fan.
Same.
But I love both.
Yeah.
But if you asked me to choose, I would choose Backstreet Boys.
Same.
I don't care if they're not the better one. I still choose them.
Right? Because, like, even if I only know half the song, Jake turns it up, rolls the windows down, and we belt it as we're driving along, and it's always Backstreet Boys. It's never NSYNC.
I Want It That Way will always be synonymous with Brooklyn Nine-Nine for me now. Always.
Really? I haven't seen that bit yet. I haven't seen a lot of it yet.
Didn't I show you that clip, though?
Oh, maybe. I don't remember.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Like, I'll show you after. Because I don't want it to...
Right.
But it's hilarious.
But, yeah. So, Emo Nora, she did this to us.
I never was, like, I never dressed goth or emo. Yeah. I had a friend who did, but I didn't. I mean, wasn't really rebellious when I was in high school. My more rebellious side started after that, I would say.
Yeah.
If we're being honest. But
right.
Even then, I didn't really do anything that was
right.
Like, really
it's not
bad.
like you went out to a party, got drunk.
I don't even like parties. I'm not a party person.
Me neither. I don't like crowds.
And I don't like to drink that much either.
Yeah, me neither.
So, you know.
Yeah, I was never interested in, like, everything that was popular to do.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like, whatever.
I was very nerdy and loner in high school.
Yeah, I was.
Not loner, but, like, nerdy and, like, into all the older stuff that, like, nobody else liked. And,
right.
You know, very odd, kind of, the odd one.
Yeah. My group hung out where the druggies hung out, but, like, I never interacted with the druggies. So
but I would be, like, that person who, like, if like, one of my friends that I was in the group that I was sitting with liked something, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I like that, too, even though I might not have liked it that much or was really that into it because I wanted them to like me. So.
Like, we were always in the center of the quad. So it's just like,
We were always kind of in like a table off to the side that was like by walkers, because there were some walkers that were like on like near the ground.
I always wore those big baggy shirts. You know, like, I didn't wear baggy pants. Okay, you guys, not to school.
Such a turn off.
It is.
I hate
it's comfy when you walk around your house in sweatpants. I hated
when guys wore the baggy pants. It's like, if you're just gonna let them hang off and show your underwear, why wear pants in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I don't want to see that.
Right.
Pull your freaking pants up.
It's okay in your own home, but don't do it outside. Come on now.
Like,
grow up.
Do you not have a belt?
I used to work
and
with
some of them had belts, but they still had them like down here.
Yep.
And I'm like, what the heck is even the point?
To keep it locked right there.
You know, like no, isn't that uncomfortable? Like it's all saggy and like hanging down. Like, why would you want to have that big gap? Like,
I don't know. It's comfortable.
No, it's not.
Dude, you wear the right pants is actually pretty comfy.
Not with jeans.
No, not with jeans. Like sweatpants.
Sweatpants, yes, but not jeans.
But only in the house. Come on now.
Like, I was not into that.
No. But like that.
I mean, if they were going for the gangster look, I'm sorry, but no.
But like, yeah.
Nora
just reminds me a lot of high school.
Be well dressed. Wear plaid. Wear glasses. Have curls. Be nerdy. That's what I like.
Oh my gosh. You're just describing your boyfriend. That's what you're doing.
But I like that.
Well, that's why he's your boyfriend.
But that's what I liked in high school too.
I know.
Like, I just didn't find anybody like that.
Yeah.
Plus, I just didn't really want a boyfriend in high school anyway.
Who actually wants a boyfriend in high school? Like,
Popular
you don't even know what you actually want in high school.
You're a teenager. You're going through all the crap.
Right.
Like, you don't need the extra drama of a boyfriend.
You know.
High school's already enough drama.
Seriously.
It's like that Bowling for Soup song, High School Never Ends.
Yeah.
The only two songs I know from them are freaking 1985 and High School Never Ends.
I'm gonna go home and listen to that. That's like, I can kind of picture that being Nora's new theme song. Nora and Dion sing that together because he can time travel back to 1985.
Oh my God. Just don't let him fall in love with his sister, like Back to the Future. Or Mom.
Right.
Because that's the year that came
out. Yeah. But like, yeah, there's not much to talk about in this episode, but I mean, Barry tried to train Forza.
He did, and he did an okay job.
He realized that he was doing it wrong.
Yeah, and Cisco's,
I'm glad Caitlin finally stepped up.
Me too. And Cisco's revelation to Camilla, that he's scared and he doesn't know what he wants to do his life after Star Labs. And
yeah. He's able to do 7,000 some odd jobs in the U.S. and 83 of them are in Miami. It's like, dude.
It's like you have a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, you have 83 opportunities.
I mean, I wouldn't want to live in Miami, but that's a personal choice.
That humidity is worse than freaking Midwest. Come on now. I can't.
I can't do Florida.
I can hardly handle visiting my family in Missouri.
There's too many stupid people in Florida. I just can't.
All the old people move there.
And the hurricanes and the sharks and the alligators and the big, huge bugs. Everything is bigger there.
Because it's the South.
Like, I can't.
Everything's bigger in the South because that's where Texas is. Everything's bigger in Texas.
I will visit, but I will not live there.
Yeah.
I'd go there for Disney World, but that is it.
I so want to go one day.
But well, because they also have the Harry Potter, the Universal
Yes.
Orlando that has. I mean, they have that at the Universal Studios Hollywood too, but
The Harry Potter thing?
yeah, it's at both. Pretty sure.
I don't know.
If they have it at one, they have it at the other.
Not necessarily. But yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't live in Florida. I couldn't even live in Texas.
Oh, hell no.
Like,
I don't know how part of my family does it.
I mean,
They
I
live
have
there.
a friend who lives in Missouri, and she likes it. But
Half
she's
my family
she's
lives in
in St. Louis more. She's more in the St. Louis area.
Mhm.
And then my cousin is in Knoxville, Tennessee now, and yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't deal with that.
I would rather just stay on the West Coast or go to the East, like the Northeast.
I just want out of California.
Yeah,
Almost anywhere would be better.
legitimately. Except Florida. Florida would not be better.
No.
Neither would Texas.
No, or Arizona.
Hell no! Hell to the freaking no!
Or Nevada. No.
Oh, I can't do the dry heat. I
No.
can't do the desert heat.
Mm.
I would rather have humid heat than desert heat.
I'd rather live in Missouri with the rest of my family.
I can't do dry heat.
Mm-mm.
I was in Arizona and it was like a record heat that weekend and it was like 115 degrees. I was miserable. It was the worst.
Yeah.
So I could not do it.
No.
I need a climate where it's like 70 degrees most of the time.
Right.
Because I can't handle the heat.
Mm-mm. I can't either. I talk about being too cold or being too hot, and then
I'd rather be too cold.
And then like Tara's yelling at me, or like Alex is yelling at me. You don't know cold. You don't know hot.
We don't.
It's like we
really
don't. We
People
don't.
in other states make fun of us because we think 60 degrees is cold.
It is.
It is, but my boyfriend is like, no, 60s is not cold.
No.
So
It's like, you live in California.
he thinks 60s
This
is
is
warm,
cold.
and I'm like, it's not warm.
No, it's cold. Keep your house at 75. It's perfect.
But yeah, people in other states make fun of us because we think everything is cold.
Or hot.
Well, I mean, high 80s is warm. Once it gets into the high 80s and the low 90s, I'm like, it's too warm.
No, I'm like, that's good.
There needs to be
The high 90s, low 100s is too bad.
It needs to be
Too
like high 70s, low 80s for me to be okay with it, because there's still that breeze and there's still kind of like that cooler weather. But like once it starts getting into like the high 80s and the 90s, I'm like,
Yeah. That just means we have to go to San Francisco more.
it's too expensive.
Day trip.
I just went a couple weeks ago.
Oh, hell no.
I
Still
went,
too cold.
I went. It was actually really warm that day.
Dude,
It
it
was
was
like
like
in the-
rain last night.
It was in the 70s when we went.
Lucky.
Like because we went to Baker Beach, which is right by the Golden Gate Bridge, and usually the top part of the bridge is covered in fog,
Mm-hmm.
but like we could see the bridge completely clearly. Like,
I've
there
never
was
been
no
that close to the
fog.
bridge.
It was like blue skies. It was like 70 degrees. The only thing that was cold was the freaking water. My
That's
feet
never
felt
gonna
like they were
change.
numb.
That's never gonna change.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like the day itself was warmer than I expected. Because
Yeah.
normally it's not that warm there.
Right.
So that was warm for San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I want to get out of California too.
Yeah.
Preferably Washington or Oregon. Because at least those states it's cooler.
Yeah, but like
I like
you
the
never
rain.
see the sky.
You do in Oregon. Washington is where it's cloudy all the time.
Yeah.
Washington gets more of the rain.
Yeah.
I mean, Oregon does too, but like Washington is known for rain.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called the Evergreen State, because it's green all the time.
How? It never gets the sun.
does, but
You know what I mean.
yeah.
But yeah, I think once they defeat Nora, the others will get their powers back.
Hopefully.
Because I liked the idea of Alexa joining the team.
Yeah.
And even Bashir.
Bashir.
Like, I loved their
banter.
sibling rivalry going on. That was very, like, I was just like, come on, you guys are, okay, you know you guys are adults, right? Like,
they're just getting used to being siblings.
Yeah.
And Bashir has never had that family unit.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, he's going to be kind of standoffish.
Right. I think, I know that even though they've lost their connection to Barry and Iris, I know that Barry and Iris won't let them go.
Well, no.
Like, I think that they'll forever, whether or not they get their abilities, I don't think that they'll leave them alone. You know? They'll always be in their lives. And, yeah. It'd be hella funny if they're still, like, on the team light-ish, and Bart comes, and it's like, oh, Uncle Bashir! Aunt Alexa!
So, did you expect Joe to do what he did?
Yeah. I was wondering, because, like, she kept staying around, and I was like, she stays around too long, she gets too much power, he's gonna quit. And I was like, fuck, no, Joe.
Yeah.
Like, now I'm worried about how that's gonna affect Barry and his job.
Yeah.
And how he's able to fulfill his duties.
Yeah.
I just hope that she comes to her senses and he can get his job back, or maybe Singh comes back, or something.
I don't know if her thing is gonna be the whole season, or if it's just gonna be.
I'm already tired of her.
I am too. And I don't know if it's gonna be like. I hope it's not the rest of the season. I hope they kind of wrap that up soon.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't. Like, we know that, like, she thinks that the good, that what is best for the city is killing all meta criminals. Like, we get it.
Well, not necessarily killing them, but stripping their powers.
Curing them of their powers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's taking away their identity. I'm
nervous that, like, she's gonna shoot at a criminal, and, like, one of the heroes is gonna get in the way somehow because they didn't know. And then she's gonna strip them of their power. I'm fucking nervous so much now. Like
that's an
abuse. As soon as we realize
that's where you're taking the metahuman cure and you're abusing it and you're not using it.
Like, I'm so nervous now that, like, the second that those were revealed and that was the cure in those bullets, I was like, fucking hell. She's gonna be, like, sniping out some shitty-ass place, and Barry's gonna fucking get hit, and we're gonna have to go through the fucking crisis all over again.
Because she's just out to get rid of all the people that are causing problems, according to her.
Yeah. And
it's like, yes.
My nerves are so frayed now.
They might have done some bad things, but, like, Frost, they're redeeming themselves.
Yeah.
They're doing good for the city.
Right.
I mean, yeah, there might be some that are still wreaking havoc, and Barry has to fight them and deal with them. But, like
Forza turned around right after she killed someone.
The root of why they're doing what they're doing is usually because of some insecurity or some type of thing that is ruling them, that they're letting themselves be evil and they're letting themselves commit these crimes.
Right, because they're letting that one emotion or that one negative experience
they're not
control their
actually
life.
Bad people.
Right. Not all of them. Some of them.
Not all of them. But, like, yeah, and so it...
Yeah.
I mean, I hope he knows what he's doing, Eric Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
Because...
See, this aspect, I don't know where it fits in. Like, I don't know if this is actually, like, if her storyline is actually in the comics or not. If it is, then, like, tell me.
I just don't want, like, I don't want the 4 or the 4 different things
forces
to be put into her definition of metacriminals. I don't want her to go after them because Nora's already going after them, so we don't need the agent also going after them.
Right, and if she goes freaking after Nora, if she hits Nora with one of those bullets, Barry's lost his powers.
For good.
Again.
And
then he has to redo everything. Again. Like, it's
like, we're already pissed off that you didn't actually follow through with what you were doing the whole time with Crisis. That you built up from the very first episode.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the same guy, but...
Well, still.
Yeah.
But we were just, in general, mad.
Yeah.
And...
Still am. Hashtag forever mad. Forever mad.
Forever bitter.
That too.
Mad.
But
Yeah.
mad. I'm
more
mad.
mad than
I'm
bitter.
mad.
Bitter's more for, like, you just... You're just... Yeah. But... Yeah, I don't want that to happen again.
So, yeah.
I mean, because those are the only ones that are, like, really the focus right now of, like, the ones that are meta criminals that she could possibly go after.
Right.
You know? And so I don't want that to also be who she's, like, going after. As well as Nora.
Right.
So... I'm just kind of... I mean, I like The Flash, but I'm just kind of annoyed by that. Because I don't know how long her story is going to be a part of it.
I want her to get the fuck out.
And I want Nora to get the fuck out, too.
Yeah.
But more so the other woman. I forgot her name already. See, that tells you how much I give a crap.
Right.
But, yeah. So... I mean, yeah, it sucks that Joe's not going to be a captain anymore. So,
yeah.
We'll have to see how the consequences of that and the ramifications of him leaving are going to affect everybody else.
Yep.
But I don't blame him.
Right.
Because he can't continue to work there if she's doing what she's doing. And he's always been somebody who tries to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And be on the right side of the line, like you said, and do what he thinks is best for Central City, and what she's doing is not the case.
Yeah.
And so I wish she could just see that, like the speech that Frost gave, that it's part of their identity. And by carrying them of that, you're literally stripping them of part of their identity.
Yeah.
Because they need to be able to learn how to control their powers, but once they learn how to control them, that becomes a part of them. I mean, it's a part of them before that, but you know what I mean. Like, essentially, like, if they have control over it, then it's literally, like, the other part of them that is able
it's who they are.
It's part of who they are. And so by taking that away from them, you're literally taking part of them away.
Yeah.
And that's not okay.
No.
It's like when you do, like, conversion therapy on people that are gay because you don't agree with them. And you think that they have a problem, so you're trying to fix it. When in reality, that's just who they are, and you need to accept it.
Yep.
But,
yeah. So.
I don't think she's going to realize it, and she's probably going to continue to do what she does.
Yeah, I think that she's not going to realize it until she does something wrong, and then she's going to be like, the fuck, I screwed up so horribly bad. You know?
Yeah.
And...
But I don't want somebody that's a hero to get hurt in the process of that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want, like you were saying, somebody that is a good meta to get...
Do we know why Bart has to come back to the past?
I don't. though. They didn't really give a description in that. Did they?
Mm-mm.
I mean, it's gonna be the 150th episode, so.
And I mean,
150th episode.
we know that Nora went back in time to save her dad.
Mm-hmm.
So why would Bart go back in time?
I'm scared.
To save the family
I'm
again
scared.
because they lose their speed and he has to
I'm
go back in time to fix it. We're gonna fucking lose speed again, and Bart has to go back in time before he loses his.
Why do
fix
they
the
love
dad.
so much to play with the fact that Barry has to lose his speed all the time?
Because there's no other way to make him more normally human. He can do anything and everything in the blink
Just
of
don't
an
make
eye.
him the Spock-like again.
No,
That was weird.
it was.
I mean, I'm all for Vulcans and like that, but that was weird with Barry. Like,
Yeah.
I can't
Mm-mm.
handle that from him. But for all the others, live long and prosper. Yeah.
So, anything else?
I don't think so.
I think we hit it all.
We did, as well as our musical renditions of
Yes.
things and every other random thing we talked about, like
Mhm.
states and the weather and
Yeah. And boyfriends.
and guys. Yeah.
So,
Until
until next time,
keep
keep believing in the impossible.